Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The NFL world is buzzing with one of the most shocking moves in recent memory, as rumors swirl that the Baltimore Ravens have set their sights on one of the most coveted defensive talents in the league. Sauce Gardner, widely regarded as one of the premier cornerbacks of his generation, has reportedly caught the attention of the Ravens front office in a move that could redefine the team's defensive identity for years to come. Sources close to the organization suggest that discussions have been ongoing for weeks, with both parties exploring the possibility of a partnership that many analysts believe could shift the balance of power in the league. Fans are already imagining the kind of impact Gardner could have lining up alongside some of the Ravens' existing defensive stalwarts, combining elite coverage skills with a physicality that strikes fear into opposing quarterbacks. The speculation alone has ignited social media debates, with some pundits arguing that this move could elevate Baltimore into serious Super Bowl contention, while others warn that the price of acquiring Gardner might come at the expense of depth elsewhere. In a league where defensive dominance can often dictate the fate of entire seasons, the mere idea of Sauce Gardner anchoring the secondary has created an electric atmosphere among supporters and detractors alike. Insiders suggest that Gardner's potential arrival in Baltimore could signal a philosophical shift for the Ravens, who have historically relied on a balanced approach between defensive aggression and calculated risk-taking. By bringing in a cornerback of Gardner's caliber, the team may be attempting to transform its defensive strategy into one that emphasizes shutdown coverage, aggressive pass disruption, and heightened versatility across the backfield. Rumors indicate that the front office has been particularly impressed with Gardner's ability to read offenses, anticipate routes, and neutralize elite receivers, qualities that could immediately elevate the Ravens' secondary to one of the most feared units in the entire NFL. Fans are already envisioning scenarios in which Gardner matches up against the league's top wideouts, potentially altering game plans and forcing quarterbacks to rethink their timing and decision-making. Analysts speculate that if this move comes to fruition, it could also impact the Ravens' draft strategy, freeing them to prioritize other areas of need while relying on Gardner to anchor the cornerback position. The potential acquisition has sparked endless conversations about contract structure, cap space, and the strategic trade-offs the team may need to make, adding layers of intrigue to what is already one of the most tantalizing rumors in recent memory. Even beyond the tactical considerations, the cultural impact of adding a player like Sauce Gardner cannot be understated. Sources close to the locker room suggest that Gardner's presence could inspire younger players, elevate practice intensity, and set a new standard for professionalism within the organization. Rumors point to Gardner's reputation for discipline, focus, and relentless preparation as factors that the Ravens' leadership finds particularly appealing, envisioning him as a cornerstone around which the entire defensive identity could be built. Social media speculation has only fueled the narrative, with fans drawing comparisons to past defensive legends who transformed franchises, creating excitement and perhaps a sense of anticipation bordering on frenzy. Some insiders suggest that the mere discussion of acquiring Gardner has already sent ripples through the league, forcing rival teams to consider defensive adjustments or to accelerate their own personnel moves. In response, the hype surrounding Gardner's potential arrival is not limited to just the Ravens fan base. It has become a talking point for analysts, commentators, and former players who marvel at the possibility of such a high-profile acquisition altering the course of the team's trajectory. The speculation has created a perfect storm of intrigue, excitement, and anticipation, setting the stage for one of the most compelling storylines of the NFL offseason. Rumors indicate that negotiations may involve a combination of creative contract structuring, performance incentives, and potentially even draft capital, reflecting the high stakes involved in landing a talent of Gardner's magnitude. Industry insiders speculate that the Ravens are weighing the long-term implications carefully, balancing immediate impact with sustainable roster development, all while attempting to navigate the intricate landscape of salary cap limitations. The discussions, if true, suggest that both the team and Gardner's representatives are exploring a partnership that aligns competitive ambitions with personal goals, a delicate dance that requires patience, foresight, and strategic acumen. Some commentators speculate that Gardner's decision could hinge on the team's defensive philosophy, coaching stability, and the opportunity to play a leading role in shaping the Ravens' identity for years to come. Beyond the X and O's, sources suggest that intangibles such as leadership, mentorship, and locker room presence could factor heavily into the potential deal, adding further complexity to an already intricate narrative. As speculation continues, fans are left to imagine the possibilities, dissecting every rumor, every hint, and every insider comment, eagerly anticipating confirmation of what could become one of the most talked about acquisitions in recent NFL history. The timing of this potential move has fueled further conjecture, as insiders suggest that the Ravens may be acting proactively to secure a defensive cornerstone before other teams have the chance to make competitive offers. Analysts speculate that acquiring Gardner now, before the market escalates, could be a shrewd move to establish dominance in the secondary while sending a clear message about the team's commitment to excellence. Fans are imagining a scenario in which Gardner becomes the focal point of the Ravens' defensive scheme, impacting game planning across the league and forcing opposing quarterbacks to recalibrate. Rumors suggest that the ripple effects of such an acquisition could extend far beyond Baltimore, influencing free agency decisions, draft strategies, and even coaching approaches in rival organizations. The excitement surrounding this speculation is palpable, as social media debates, podcasts, and highlight reels circulate endlessly, all fueled by the tantalizing possibility of Gardner joining the Ravens. Some insiders even speculate that the mere interest in Gardner reflects a shift in the team's ambitions, signaling a willingness to make bold, headline-grabbing moves in pursuit of championship contention. With each passing day, the rumor grows stronger, captivating fans and analysts alike in a narrative that blends strategy, hype, and the unpredictable nature of NFL speculation. Even as the rumor mill heats up, sources suggest that the Ravens' leadership remains cautious, understanding the delicate balance between ambition and pragmatism in executing a move of this magnitude. Analysts speculate that internal discussions likely revolve around long-term planning, roster composition, and maintaining flexibility while negotiating terms that satisfy both the player and the organization. Fans are dissecting every nuance, from potential jersey numbers to scheme fit, imagining the synergy between Gardner and the team's existing defensive stars. Social media chatter is filled with predictions, mock highlights, and what-if scenarios, illustrating the magnetic pull of a rumor that promises to reshape perceptions of the Ravens' defense. Some insiders caution that while excitement is warranted, until official confirmation emerges, the story remains in the realm of speculation, albeit one fueled by compelling evidence, credible sources, and a series of leaks that hint at significant developments. Regardless, the narrative surrounding Sauce Gardner and the Ravens has captured the imagination of the football community, creating a rich tapestry of anticipation, analysis, and speculation that may dominate conversations well into the off-season. Speculation surrounding Sauce Gardner's potential arrival in Baltimore has not only captivated fans, but it has also sparked a frenzy among league insiders, who are attempting to predict the broader ramifications of such a high-profile move. Sources suggest that rival teams are already reevaluating their strategies, anticipating that the Ravens could become an even more formidable defensive force. Analysts speculate that quarterbacks around the league may begin to alter their approach, choosing safer throws, avoiding Gardner's side of the field, and placing extra attention on quick reads and short passes. The rumors alone have created a domino effect, with commentators debating how Gardner's presence could force opponents to adjust offensive schemes, trade priorities, and even draft selections. Beyond the tactical implications, sources indicate that the Ravens fan base is already envisioning a new era, where the team's defense could dictate the flow of games and potentially carry the team to heights not seen in recent seasons. The anticipation has transformed social media into a hotbed of analysis, memes, and debates, with every insider comment being dissected for clues. In a league defined by momentum swings and defensive heroics, the thought of Gardner anchoring the Ravens' secondary has reignited conversations about the importance of elite cornerbacks in shaping not only individual games, but the fate of entire seasons. Rumors suggest that Sauce Gardner's potential influence extends beyond mere coverage and interception statistics, encompassing leadership and cultural impact within the Ravens' locker room. Sources indicate that Gardner is known not only for his on-field intelligence, but also for his meticulous preparation, his ability to mentor younger players, and his commitment to maintaining high standards across all aspects of the game. Analysts speculate that his arrival could create a ripple effect, motivating teammates to elevate their performance, enhancing practice intensity, and instilling a sense of accountability that could define the Ravens' defensive identity for years. Social media discussions highlight the possibility that Gardner's presence may transform the team's approach to defensive communication, on-field adjustments, and situational awareness, leading to a unit that is both cohesive and dynamically adaptable. Fans are imagining Gardner walking onto the field, commanding attention, and altering the mental calculus of opposing quarterbacks. The speculation also raises questions about coaching strategy, with insiders debating how the defensive coordinator might leverage Gardner's skills to maximize impact. The narrative has become a combination of tactical intrigue, cultural transformation, and personality influence, blending speculation with the tantalizing possibility of witnessing a cornerback redefine a franchise's identity. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens, and hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Industry insiders are suggesting that negotiations for a player like Gardner may involve a complex interplay of contract incentives, guaranteed money, and performance-based clauses, reflecting the high stakes associated with securing a talent of his caliber. Rumors indicate that the Ravens may be exploring creative financial structures to accommodate Gardner without jeopardizing roster flexibility, possibly involving deferred payments or bonus escalators tied to individual and team achievements. Analysts speculate that the final terms could set a precedent for future defensive signings, establishing a benchmark for elite cornerback valuations in the modern NFL. Beyond the numbers, sources point to Gardner's desire for competitive opportunities, leadership responsibilities, and the chance to leave a lasting legacy as significant motivators in his decision-making process. Fans are dissecting every hint from media reports, imagining scenarios where Gardner thrives in Baltimore's system, becomes the centerpiece of defensive schemes, and inspires a new generation of players to emulate his approach. The speculation surrounding contractual intricacies adds another layer of intrigue, reinforcing the perception that landing Gardner would be not just a player acquisition, but a strategic masterstroke with ripple effects across the league. The mere possibility of this partnership has already elevated discussions around the Ravens' ambitions, signaling a team willing to make bold moves to secure championship contention. Some insiders speculate that the ripple effect of Gardner joining the Ravens could extend into draft planning and future roster construction, altering priorities in ways that fans are only beginning to imagine. By potentially securing an elite cornerback through free agency, sources indicate that the team might pivot toward addressing other needs in the draft, investing in pass rushers, linebackers, or offensive playmakers to complement Gardner's presence. Analysts speculate that this approach could create a defensive juggernaut, capable of forcing turnovers, limiting explosive plays, and consistently dictating field position. Fans have already begun projecting hypothetical matchups, imagining Gardner taking on the league's top receivers and elevating the Ravens' reputation as a team that wins through defensive dominance. The narrative surrounding the potential acquisition blends strategic planning with high-stakes anticipation, as insiders weigh the balance between immediate impact and long-term sustainability. Social media debates emphasize the excitement, with supporters highlighting Gardner's potential to transform games single-handedly, while skeptics caution that no matter the talent, defensive success requires cohesion, preparation, and depth. The speculation continues to gain momentum, reinforcing the idea that Gardner's arrival could trigger a profound transformation across multiple facets of the organization, both on and off the field. In addition to strategic and tactical implications, rumors suggest that Gardner's potential impact could reshape perceptions of the Ravens within the broader league narrative. Analysts speculate that securing a player of his caliber sends a clear message to competitors, signaling ambition, audacity, and a commitment to defensive excellence. Sources indicate that other franchises may respond by pursuing their own marquee acquisitions, escalating competition, and potentially setting off a cascade of moves that reverberate across the NFL. Fans are already imagining the psychological impact on opposing teams, considering how a single elite cornerback can force quarterbacks into uncomfortable situations, disrupt timing, and create opportunities for turnovers. Social media chatter and sports podcasts are rife with speculation, debating not only Gardner's fit within Baltimore's scheme, but also the potential ripple effects on draft strategies, coaching decisions, and league-wide roster dynamics. The narrative has grown beyond simple player acquisition, encompassing themes of league-wide influence, competitive signaling, and the power of individual talent to alter organizational trajectories. In this context, the rumors surrounding Gardner are not just about one player or one team, but about the evolving balance of power in the NFL and the thrilling unpredictability of what comes next. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.